Welcome to Uncluttered and Unfiltered, the podcast urging you to let it go and don't look back. With nationally acclaimed professional organizer Christine Stone and self-proclaimed hot damn mess radio and TV personality Eden Kendall.
Welcome back to Uncluttered and Unfiltered, and Happy New Year. And you might be thinking, well, Eden and Christine, this is not the first episode we've heard in the new year, but in fact, this is the first episode that we have actually recorded in the new year. Because the other few episodes you've heard this month were recorded last year.
Yes.
So while they were new to you, they were not new to us. And this one is post-holidays. So
just have to sigh.
Let's dive right in, because we didn't have a chance to get together at all during the holidays, and we had a lot of activity on both sides of it.
Yep.
So let's just get into some of the things that we really needed to have on the podcast. We just haven't had time. So,
I should have had a video camera following me around.
Like a reality show.
Like a reality show, so that we could play it on the podcast, because it was such an over 50 kind of holiday for a mom. You know what I mean?
And if you are, for some reason, just finding us for the very first time, my name is Eden. I am a broadcaster by trade, and I fully admit to not knowing where my phone is, my keys are. I don't know where anything is. Christine Stone is a globally acclaimed professional. It's just going to get bigger every time. Professional organizer. She could tell you right now where anything in her home is, because it's been put where it's supposed to go.
Yes,
and
exactly.
She can make that happen for you as well. But let's talk about what we love to talk about, which is just life after 50.
Yes.
And you had your girls home for the holidays, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I had both my daughters and my new son-in-law.
Yes.
So he's now part of the family. And it was a different kind of Christmas. This is the first Christmas. Last year, my younger daughter had COVID, so Christmas was canceled for the third year, because the two previous years were also COVID. And so this was the first year we got back to normal.
I see.
Very normal.
Okay. Well, having said that, I think it was our second or third episode where you had a rule in your home, and you told us that the kids were not allowed to video mom. Like, just stop videoing mom. You don't have to put me on your TikToks. You don't have to put me on your Instagram reels. But the rule was broken.
Yes.
What happened?
Well, my husband and I both say, we're so excited for them to come home, but they need to put those phones down, because they did a TikTok challenge with him, and then my daughter did a TikTok challenge with me. And I have to say, this one I definitely did not see coming. And what the challenge is, tell your parent someone that they love, admire, was, a celebrity in their life. Tell them that they died and get their reaction.
That's pretty sick, by the way.
It's the sickest challenge I think I've ever heard. And she did it to me. And I was standing at the counter, and I was wrapping gifts, and we were talking, normal talking, and I was looking down, and she goes, "Oh my God." I go, "What?" And I thought her boyfriend's brother lost his championship football game that he was at. I go, he lost? And she said, "Donny Osmond, dead at 65. And I literally, because she didn't know that I follow him on Instagram coincidentally, she didn't know that I saw a few weeks earlier that he had canceled his Las Vegas show because he was sick. So in my mind, I'm like, I don't know what that illness is, but he just died of that. And so I literally just took my breath away, and I said, no, this can't be true. And she burst out laughing.
How dare she?
So hard. And I said, "Why are you laughing?" She goes, "Mom, it's a TikTok challenge." I'm like, God, I can tell you now, every single solitary vacation is revolved around a TikTok challenge and how to embarrass your parents. If you are over 50, you understand this. I couldn't believe it. She put it online. She was laughing, showing
She put
all
the video
her
of you reacting online.
Yes.
All right.
It was hilarious for her, not for me. I was traumatized. I have to say, I was really traumatized.
Let's take a listen to that right now.
What? They lost.
Donny Osmond dead at 65.
No.
Oh my gosh, that little booger.
Yes.
That little booger. So this got posted, and then what happened?
And then she felt bad because she looked at me and she's like, are you crying? Are those tears in your eyes?
Yes, of course.
I go, you just don't understand. Like, you don't tell somebody died and then go, just kidding.
Yeah,
I go, I don't
ever.
know who invented this challenge. And then
Probably
I
the
was
same person who wants you to eat your Christmas tree. That's a whole other thing. Go ahead, please.
Oh. So anyway, and then I saw on the news, like a week or two later, that a celebrity's son did that to his mom, and then he had to go and apologize to everybody. But he was just doing this challenge, and I don't think people understand. You have to see my facial reaction.
Oh my goodness.
It was literally so raw and real, I can't even tell you, because she didn't know what I knew. So anyway, the holidays are always fun when your adult children come home.
Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Well, over the holidays, I had an opportunity to have dinner and drinks with my high school TV production teacher. Now,
Wow.
I know, wow, right? So here's what happened. My friend Jackie was visiting from South Florida, and she said, I want to reach out to all of my friends that are in North Florida. We're going to be in St. Augustine for the holidays. And she tagged me. She tagged this teacher and another friend. And I was like, whoa, hold up. This teacher? And I said the name. And then she said, yeah, she lives now in St. Augustine. We're not from here. So she lives now in St. Augustine. I'm going to be visiting, and I have asked her to meet up, and she can. Can you join? So I grabbed my husband and my daughter, because it's St. Augustine. We're going to see the lights while we're there.
Oh, yeah.
And we go to this dinner, and we sit and we talk, and we laugh, and we talk about different people, and all these memories come up. And I don't know if you've ever experienced this emotion, but for some reason, when you have a memory and someone else validates it, remembers it the same way you remember it, it just feels good.
Oh, it does. It feels
it's like
so
if you were to
good.
tell your husband, Mitch, this happened in high school, and then a high school friend said, yes, that did happen.
Yes.
I was there when that happened. It just feels good. It's like, I didn't make this up. This is a true story about myself.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so, we're having dinner and we're telling stories. Jackie and I are telling stories, and the teacher's laughing and she's telling us some stories, and it's going great. And we go to leave, and my husband says to me, you do realize she had no idea who you were, right? Do you know that? And I said, what? And the only thing she had ever said was, she said, you were in the 80s, right?
Oh, my God.
But I took that because, you hear what you want to hear. And I was really into it. He said, oh, no. She named other students that she did remember. And you said, right, yes, of course. He said, but I could tell from sitting there as a fly on the wall, she had not a clue.
My God.
So I reached out to my friend Jackie, who set the whole thing up. And I was like, do you think she knew who we were? She said, no chance. I said, wait a minute, you haven't been in touch with her all these years? She said, no, I just found her.
Oh, my God. That is
She
hilarious.
didn't know who we were from Adam, but we had a very, very enjoyable dinner and drinks. And it was really cool to hear her perspective of being a teacher at that time.
Yeah.
Because
Which is so different from
it's so
the way
different
it is now.
Because she was there meeting us with her wife, and she was explaining. I really wanted to know. I was very curious, like, how was that? Being gay back as a teacher in the 80s, and she said she absolutely couldn't let anybody know. I mean, that was certainly
Isn't
not
that
something that
weird
they
how
could have let
times
on
have
about.
really changed?
Times really have. But yeah, when he said that he could tell that she didn't know who we were, I mean, no offense to her, because she made me feel great. I think she was spot on great. I thought it was fantastic. But I was
So you
fooled.
did like a stroll down memory.
Yeah, it took me
lane.
there. It took me there. I was all in. So much so that I couldn't see the forest through the trees. So what else has happened while we were away? We had a lot of great football.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just get this off the table. My TCU Horned Frogs, which I've mentioned before, are off to the national championship. By the time this airs, we'll know who the winner was between Georgia and TCU. And as my friend said, frogs over dogs. And let's just say that. So I have to tell you, I am beyond excited for this game, because I never experienced ever a winning TCU football team when I was in college. So this is all new to me and to be taken seriously, because it was always like, what's a horned frog? What's a frog? What? Like nobody ever took us seriously. And now we are playing the Georgia Bulldogs for the national championship. So I just have to mention it. I'm beyond proud.
I'm a bandwagoner. I'm a bandwagoner.
I love it.
I've texted a couple of times during games, because I'm just like, I'm all in now, because I'm really, I want to see you get excited about it. I love seeing that. And there was a time where I want to say like 3 or 4 weeks ago where you were talking about this and you're like, I'm just telling you, if they go all the way, I'm going. And then what happened? You priced the tickets and it was like, okay, I guess I'm not going.
Well, since the whole Southwest debacle of all those cancellations, everybody must be flocking to other airlines. And because it's in California and we're in Florida, it just was crazy expensive for the whole thing. And it's there was such a quick turnaround time. But I will be there watching with all my TCU garb on and really cheering on my team that I am so extremely proud of. Now, the Jags are also, as of now, also in the playoffs.
Maybe. As of now, we know, but we don't know. In other words, we're recording this on a Wednesday before the Saturday night game against the Titans. So that could be the case. And that's another example of, nobody expected that at the beginning of the season. And we're all really excited about that. So this is so exciting. I actually won 4 tickets to see the Jags-Titans game at our office holiday party, White Elephant gift exchange.
Wow, that's a good gift exchange.
It's a great gift exchange, but we didn't have a thing where everybody brought in a gift. We didn't even know we were doing it. Our general manager bought all the gifts, and they ranged from, I think there was some Sour Patch Kids to 4 freaking tickets to this game.
You really did win out.
Yeah, I really won. And it just kept going around. But here's what was crazy. So we had decided we wanted to go to this game, and we wanted to give the tickets to our kids as a gift. So I had just texted my husband walking into this party where I didn't even know there was a gift exchange and said, you probably need to go ahead and go online and get those tickets today. And he said, okay. And then about 5 minutes later, someone unwraps that gift. And I said, pause. I'm going to find out in about a half hour if I can win these tickets. And then fair and square, I won them. I cried in front of my whole office. I cried just because I was like really shocked. And we weren't going to get 4. We were only going to get 2 and just,
Well, my husband's fighting with me because we always hang up the flag, and my TCU flag is out. And he tried to take it down after they won. And I said, listen, I've earned this flag to stay up at least through next Monday. And he keeps trying to sneak out the Jaguar flag. I said, just put it on the fence or do something. But my TCU flag has to stay up at least through next Monday, and then you can take it down.
We have one of those projectors, so we have little Jaguar lights on our garage.
You need a horned frog light?
I think we're good, but thank you. I think we're good. So what else? What else do we want to cover?
Well, I also realized something huge, being an empty nester, and I've been an empty nester for a very long time. But this year, something dawned on me, and I don't know if you've realized this kind of yet, but I realized, everyone complains, then they come back home and I used to feel that way too. And then they leave their towels on the floor and blah, blah, blah. And this time I kind of realized I'm part of, not the problem, but I saw me constantly do this. I got it. I'll do it. You want that? I'll make it. Whereas I never really was paying attention to that. And I think that I realized I'm part of that problem when they come in because I enjoy them being home so much. I take on that mom role again. You want your crust cut off the grilled cheese? I'll do it. What do you need from the grocery store? I'll get it. And I think at some point, when all their flights got canceled and they had to stay longer, I realized, okay, I'm done doing that. I'm done saying that. If anyone asks me what's for dinner one more time, I don't know what I'll do. And so I think everyone having their flights canceled made me realize that's what I do. I'll do it. I got it.
We talked about this a little bit earlier and decided it would be called mommy muscle memory. It's like this part of you just comes back. It just comes back, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was doing that.
Yes, and I was doing it big time.
Yeah.
And my
it
daughter
happens all the time at my house too. If I might be downstairs and I'll get a text from upstairs asking me to bring up water.
Right. And instead of saying, oh, you can come down. I'll get it. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll bring
I got it.
Yeah. And my daughter is pregnant, and I think I drove her insane because I'm like, you need to lay down. You're doing too much. Your feet are swollen. Do you need something to eat? How are you feeling? You look tired. You know what I mean? It was one of those because I was just totally mothering her. And I'm like, wait a minute, she's 32 years old. I think she's got this, you know?
Well, and very soon she'll have to have it.
Yes.
She's going to be a mom.
She's going to be a mom. So it was a weird, different kind of Christmas. And we brought back our karaoke that we do.
Okay, this is gonna take this whole podcast full circle. It's gonna go full circle because now we're back to being morbid again. Because what is the theme of your karaoke?
Okay, so about 7 or 8, maybe 7 years ago, we started. Oh, I know when it was, when George Michael passed away.
Right.
He passed away, I think, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and we were having a party. This was all pre-COVID. And we were having a party on Christmas Day. And somehow after dinner, the party became a tribute to George Michael's songs because he had just passed away and everybody wanted to sing all his music because it was so great. And so what we decided after that was every year, the same group of people, and then my kids would invite some of their friends over, and it just kind of grew. Every year, my daughter would make a list of every musician that passed away in that year, and we had a karaoke machine, and we would do a tribute. Everyone would get to pick songs to sing to tribute the person that had passed away.
So fortunately, Donny Osmond, not on the list.
No, not on the list. Thank you.
So who did you have this year?
Oh, gosh. I mean,
Olivia Newton-John.
we had Olivia Newton-John, and she took up a bunch of songs.
Oh, I imagine.
And we did like a duet. You know, You're the One That I Want.
Oh, yeah. Who sang that one? You?
Me and my husband.
Oh, that's so nice.
I mean,
And now we're going to listen to that. No, just kidding. I don't have the audio.
No, don't have the audio for that. But I can't even remember. There were, and even if they're like the drummer of the band, they don't have to be the main
just
singer.
Just some sort of adjacent.
Yeah, like Meatloaf.
Adjacent too. Oh, yeah, Meatloaf is one.
Gosh, I can't, now that I'm on the spot, I can't think
no,
of it.
of course not.
But it's the first year we started back up because last year I said my daughter had COVID, so we had to cancel it at the last minute. And then the 2 years prior, of course, we didn't have it due to COVID. So what we did this year is we threw in some of the...
Oh, from the other years.
From the previous years, like Helen Reddy, I Am Woman.
My goodness,
oh, my God. And the girls all got up and we all sang I Am Woman because you got to love Helen Reddy, and nobody got to tribute her.
Yeah.
And, you know, Glenn Campbell, you know, all the past celebrities.
Yeah, from the ones you missed.
Yeah, from the ones you missed. So that's what we've done. It has become a hit. Everyone loves to sing karaoke, especially when you're together with the people you love and your friends and family. So that was reinstituted this year. So that did make although my daughter was so pregnant, she just sat on the sofa and looked at us like we were all crazy because she was the only one that couldn't drink. So anyway.
So from now on, when you get an alert on your phone that a celebrity has passed, you instantly start rehearsing for the following year?
Well, we all definitely have a group chat going because I mean literally when Olivia Newton-John died, we were all so sad,
that was
and it just like already like, oh my God, that'll be a whole night.
Yeah,
I mean because she was so amazing.
And I I don't know anybody who could do her justice.
Oh God.
But
believe me, we did not do her
I believe
justice.
you. Believe it or not, I believe you.
Me.
So anyway, that's going to wrap up this this episode. Our first, not exactly live, but our first time back in the new year, 2023. I hope everybody had a fantastic holiday season. I hope your kids are healthy and well and pranking you.
Oh, yeah, great.
And that you're handling it like the champ that Christine is. And we invite you always, always to let it go.
And don't look back.